Well, ladies and gents, this is how my Shopify dropshipping store generated $107,000 within 1 week. What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Yash, and on this channel I talk all things e-commerce, digital marketing, and of course, Shopify dropshipping. And quite frankly, I'm here to document my journey and share the best insight and value to you guys so it can help you out with your e-commerce businesses. So just a few short months ago, I started a brand new Shopify dropshipping store. Now this was a one-product dropshipping store. If you know me, if you've been following my content for a while, you know those are the only kinds of dropshipping stores I do. And at its peak, I was able to generate $107,000 in sales all through the utilization of Facebook ads. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to reflect back on this store, see what worked for me on the front end and back end, and really what I could have done better as well, so that way you guys can go ahead and implement it on your store when the time comes. Before we do move forward into the video, make sure you guys do drop a like on this video, and while you're at it, make sure you guys are also subscribed to the channel with that post notification bell turned on so you guys are updated with all recent and new videos. Without any further ado, let's hop behind the screen and see how this store generated $107,000 within 1 week. Alright, so we have the Shopify dashboard in front of us, and just in case for all my skeptics, let me go ahead and refresh the screen so you guys can see in fact these numbers are all real and legitimate. We did $107,889.95 in sales from December 28th to January 4th, which is a week's time frame, and 82,851 online store sessions. We had a really good conversion rate of 4.49%. The industry standard is usually 2 to 3% when it comes to Shopify dropshipping, and the average order value, also known as the AOV, was about $29, which I'll break down in just a little bit as we move forward into the video. And then lastly, as you can see, some of our best days were a little over $15,000 in sales, 14,000, 13,000. So it usually hovered between $11,000 to $15,000 in sales for the entire week. So let's start with the store and product, the base and foundation of things. As I mentioned in the intro, this was a one product store on the motion theme, which is also a paid theme. I personally like to utilize paid themes because they're more user friendly, they have faster loading page times, they're more customizable, and they also have more add-ons and widgets that quite frankly can save you some time, energy, and money in the long and short run. The product was a tire keychain. Let me go ahead and throw a picture somewhere on the screen so you guys can see. You can basically hang this on your keychain, your car keys, hang it in your car. Really up to the person. The great thing about this product is that it's super niche down and specific to people who like cars or who are into cars, such as myself, which also means the product is fairly easy to target. And last but not least, the product is not really a problem-solving product. It doesn't have a specific use, task, or function, but in fact, it deals with desire, impulse, and want. It is more so a passion product that really correlates with someone's interests and their lifestyle. Our defined audience was male between the ages of 21 to 45. I started out by targeting 25 to 65 plus, and I did only start out by targeting male because I knew because of the characteristics and nature of the product, I would have a predominant male audience. The target countries were the US and Canada. Now I would usually do the big 5 or top 5 countries, which would also include the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. However, the shipping prices weren't really on my side for those 3 countries, but I knew that these 2 countries would in fact just be fine for my target audience. And then 3 profitable Facebook interests included motorsport, auto show, and sports car. These 3 interests popped off right from day one. They all had a ROAS of 2.5 to 4 for the time I was running the product. I would show you the ad account, but the entire business manager is completely gone. Facebook did go ahead and disable it, unfortunately. So like you guys saw on the dashboard, and if you even look on the top right, my average order value was $28.97, and I was selling the keychain. Each each individual keychain, matter of fact, for $12.95. So I thought to myself, like, hey, people would definitely be buying more than one of these keychains. Maybe they want to give some to their friends or family or their other car enthusiast friends, or sometimes people even have multiple cars that they want to hang this in, or sometimes they want to put one on their key or maybe keep one in their car. Point is, people can definitely benefit and see themselves buying more than one of these keychains. So I thought to myself, why not create a volume discount, meaning simply if people buy more, they get more of a discount. So I utilize an app called Volume and Discounted Pricing. If you can see on the bottom of the screen, I customize the top to say buy more, save more, 90% buy more than one, so it pushes people to buy more than one. If someone buys two, they get 10% off of each unit, and if someone buys three, well then they get 15% off of each unit. So this definitely worked in my favor. If you see on the top left, out of the total sales, $62,650.68 came from this volume and discounted app. That means more than half of the people did opt in to buy more than one keychain. Now, when I'm testing and launching any product, I always choose a conversion campaign for the objective, and we want to optimize the pixel for purchase because that is the end result we want people to go through with on your store. Like mentioned, this was a CBO campaign. That's how I test all my products with CBO. I've personally been utilizing for almost 2 years now, so I've become really comfortable with it. This was a $100 CBO campaign. You can even start with the $85 or $75 CBO campaign if $100 does not permit your budget. I had 7 ad sets, all single interest, 14 ads. That means each ad set had 2 ads within it or 2 creatives within it. So I had video 1, thumbnail 1, and then I had video 2, thumbnail 1, 2 videos and 1 thumbnail. I only like to split test one variant at a time, so I see what's working and what's not working. For countries, I had United States and United Kingdom, as I explained the situation before. For gender, I had male, age 21 to 65 plus. I later narrowed down to 25 to 45-year-olds because that was the audience that were purchasing the most amount of products from the website, and even quite frankly, that was the age group that I was getting the most traffic from on my website. For language, I did choose English all because not everyone has their Facebook in English as their native language, as their primary language, and if your ad copy and your Shopify store, your landing page is in English, you might as well only target English-speaking Facebook users. Devices, both mobile and desktop. I know some people say only do mobile because 60 to 80 to even sometimes 90% of your traffic comes from mobile, but I never like to assume, and you can always narrow down later on, just like how I did with the age. For placements, I did do automatic placements. I like to give Facebook that upper hand, and just like the devices, the gender, the age, in any scenario, in any incident, you can always narrow down by placements and devices and stuff like that. Later on, I typically like to go a little bit broader and not like to assume right from the get-go. Always let the data do the talking. And then as we know, we had 7 ad sets. Each consisted one single interest, and I really tried to have the audience size between 3 to 100 million. That's what I typically like to aim for. If it's a little bit over or a little bit less, it's not the end of the world. So let's get into the numbers, the juicy part. You guys have probably all been waiting for this, so let me go ahead and break it down for you. As you saw on the Shopify dashboard, total revenue or sales came out to be $107,889.95. Yes, I did 100% advertise and market through Facebook ads, so that cost came out to be $58,455.20. Transaction fees through Stripe and PayPal, as those were my 2 primary payment gateways or processors, came out to be $4,987.65, and cost of goods sold, or my product cost, came out to be $22,450.45 through the private sourcing agent I was utilizing at that given time. And then total profit, drum roll, came out to be $22,006.65, resulting a 20.4% profit margin. Typically in dropshipping, you'll see profits anywhere between 10 to 25%. So this is at a higher percentile, and I think the AOV factor just really worked in my place. Obviously, having other back-end systems in place, such as email marketing, abandonment cart email sequences, and SMS sequences as well. You guys should definitely have that set up from the get-go and really double down on it and ensure you have no missing leaks within those backend systems once you do scale and maybe get past a few K a day of sales. And now let's go through some of my flaws, what I learned and what I could have done better next time to really even maximize my potential even more. I see this game as always a learning game. You're always getting better at something and you're always growing. So next time you mitigate those errors and mistakes, and like I said, you can really maximize your results even more than last time. So the first thing I could have done is, like I said, I was utilizing a private sourcing agent, is I could have notified her to really start preparing US inventory even sooner. I think I told her too late. I did go ahead and eventually utilize a 3PL, a warehouse in the United States right near my house. Thankfully, my buddy does have, a warehouse he let me use for a really good price and stuff like that. But I think I could have at least notified her to send inventory way sooner, and this quite frankly would have allowed me to scale even sooner. Secondly, I should have set up a private payment processor because I did get a few holds on Stripe and stuff like that for about a week or two. Luckily, I got that situation sorted out because I do know someone who works at Stripe, and on top of that, I had pretty good payment history and I did submit all the required documents and whatnot they asked for. But private backup payment processors, they typically are set up with your bank or any other private financial institution, and these can really handle a large volume of sales. When you're getting 4, 5, 6, 7, even 800 orders a day, this is typically needed in most cases. And then lastly, I did have one VA working for me, but I could have hired at least 1 or 2 more. I think at least 1 more to really go ahead and handle that customer service and social media management aspect a little bit better. I think my chargeback, refund, and dispute rate was about 4 to 6%. Not the great, not the best. I think that's somewhere around average, but I think I could have even had that less if I had less pending inquiries. Sometimes, the VA would have to work overtime and really not have time to get to all the inquiries and stuff like that by email, and also go through all the Facebook engagement, the comments, replying to people on Instagram and whatnot. So I would have definitely, if I had to go back, hired 1 or 2 more VAs. The thing is, I was going to go ahead and do so, but I really couldn't find the right one. Luckily now I have a few backup VAs at all times in case I do scale a store. So I believe those 3 are my missing leaks that I could have gone ahead and filled better, do some more due diligence, preparation, and planning in order to have the store perform even better and even longer term. And there you guys have it. Thank you for sticking till this point in the video. I truly hope it was informative and helpful. If you do have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, as always, make sure you guys do drop them in the comments down below because I do reply to each and every single one of them. Furthermore, I highly recommend checking out all of the links and resources down in the description below because they can be very helpful for your Shopify dropshipping store. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And until the next one, your boy is out. Peace.